for everything. Like I always say, words can explain how grateful I am that God put not only you but Christina as well into my life. Looking forward to the memories that we're gonna make over the next endless decades. But guys, I'm excited. One thing I want to start this call off. This is a just run IBO training, so I'm gonna teach you how to run and get to those residuals. And we're gonna start this off like this. If you're not at the next event, you're not in the business. Okay. So we look back to the last event, right? If you're not in the next event, you're not in the business. Meaning what? If you're not on these calls, you're not in the business. Okay. And that doesn't just go for you, it goes for your team as well. And I gotta be honest, if you're really trying to win big, look, my goal is to make sure we're creating multiple six and seven-figure earners inside this business, and that's it, right? Nothing less, right? So you got to make sure that you're at the events to ensure that you're in the business, right? And you also want to make sure that you have your notepad ready, your notepad and your pen ready, right? Pablo Picasso says amateurs try to remember things, but professionals write them down, right? So anytime I'm around somebody that's smarter than me, anytime I'm around somebody that's makes more money than me, anytime I'm around somebody that's at a place where I want to be, anytime I'm at around somewhere or somebody, right? Or I'm in a group of people, right, who are well off, right, better off than I am. What do? I take notes all the time. I take notes all the time. I don't know how many days a week I'm at the house taking notes, right? Because note takers are money makers, right? And every day I'm trying to become at least 1% better, right? At least. If I can become just at least 1% better, then I know I'm better off today than I am yesterday, right? Drop for me in the chat, what is the biggest room in the world? Okay. What's the biggest room in the world? I want to see who knows. Let me see if I can, okay, we got my imagination. Okay. What else we got? Right? The mind. Let me pull up chat right here. All right, so I can see the chat. All right, there it is. All right, mind, what else? What's the biggest room in the world? Right? There it is. Improvement. Stop playing with that girl, Jasmina. The biggest room in the world is that of improvement. The largest room in the world. So you look at Charles, chairman, he has room for improvement. You look at myself, I have room for improvement. David, room for improvement. Alex, room for improvement. That's the biggest room in the world. So you definitely want to make sure that you're taking notes on what it is that we're going to talk about today, right? So let's hop right into it. So many people ask, how do you get people to contact or pursue you, right? What makes other people attracted to you? What makes the groupies flock to celebrities, right? Flock to rock stars, right? Why can you put 10 people in a room, 10 absolute complete strangers in a room, and within 15 minutes, right? Within an hour, a leader will emerge and every single person will follow, right? And then why can those individuals go on to join any opportunity in the world, right? Go on to join any opportunity in the world and have success compared to the average person who may be busting their butt but only getting dismal results, right? If you want to know the answer, drop me in the chat, right? If you want to know how you can really tap into that phenomenon, how you can tap into this superpower, right? Let me know in the chat, right? Because this is basic human psychology, right? And the word is attraction, right? And what I need you to know on today is attraction is not a choice at all, right? It's a biological, instinctual trigger that helps to keep you alive. And most people never actually understand this until they go on and start to study it, okay? By nature, people live and they thrive in social groups, right? So they follow a leader until they gain enough confidence, until they gain enough experience to challenge the leadership or step out on their own and start their own group, right? So this is nothing more than a survival instinct. I hope y'all are really taking notes because this right here will completely change your life, especially inside this business, right? People cannot survive on their own, right? That's why they have these groups, right? That's why they have these families, right? So in the wild, the leader is usually referred to as the alpha, okay? And the alpha is usually the strongest, most dominant individual in that group or in that family, both physically and mentally, right? Emphasis on mentally, both physically and mentally. And the main responsibility for the alpha is for him to protect that group, for him to protect that family. In return for the protection, everyone will follow him. Ooh, I hope y'all taking notes. Right? And as a result, everybody would be able to live longer and reproduce, right? I hope y'all catching the correlation when it comes to the business. They were able to live longer and reproduce. Well, that concept is very much present in network marketing, okay? In network marketing. And we're hardwired to who we're attracted to, right? Or who we're unattracted to based off their level of value. Because the only way you're able to gain power, right? The only way you're able to really impact others when it comes to this industry is becoming what? A person of value. And everybody on this call wants to, in terms of their business, they want their business to live longer. They want their business to reproduce, right? I tell people all the time, the goal is not to add. The goal is to do what? Drop it for me in the chat, right? Because followers math is addition. Hold on. I want to make sure everybody is muted. No, they're not. Okay, for some reason it's not happening for me. Charles, if you don't mind, can you appreciate it? Right? Multiplication. Right? Multiplication. Okay? Because we're all able to gain power based on our level of association. So I look at celebrities, right? Let's look at a celebrity circle. How does it usually work? The entourage becomes more attractive, catch this, to the people outside of the group, to the people outside of the circle, based on their association with that known celebrity, okay? Based on their association with that known celebrity, right? So here's the lesson, right? Number one, make sure you're taking notes. People have a subconscious attraction to people who convey leadership qualities, right? And have a high level of personal value, right? I'm gonna say that again. People have a subconscious attraction to people who convey leadership qualities and have a high level of personal value, right? Right? Number two, if you want to make it big in network marketing, if you want to make it big inside of this business, what must you do? You must learn how to convey those qualities and eventually become a leader, right? With value to offer other people, right? The name of the game is figure out a way to add as much value as humanly possible, okay? As humanly possible. Because your income is going to be a direct correlation of how many lives you change, number one, and number two, the value you offer to the marketplace, right? So look at where you're at, look at what you want to earn, and know that's the formula. Number one, how many lives you change. Number two, the value you offer to the marketplace. I look at the reason I've been able to have success is because over the last 5 years, right, glory be to God, I have been fortunate to have been able to actually change lives. My handle for a long time was Mr. I Change Lives before I changed it all over the place to I Am Top 5 Lifestyle, right? Because that was something I was big on. I was very conscious. I was very intentional on impacting and changing the lives of other people, right? So you want to earn more money, what do you got to do? You got to add more value, right? But not only to the marketplace, you got to add more value to yourself. You got to work on yourself harder than anything else. So harder than you're working on your teams, right? Catch this. Harder than you're working on your flyers, harder than you're working on your marketing, harder than you're working on your stories, right? Harder than you're working on living the lifestyle, right? You got to work on yourself harder than everything else, because before you can put value back into the marketplace, you got to be you got to be he or she that is filled with nothing but value, right? Nothing but value, right? So if your team members do not have these qualities, right? If you don't have these qualities, what's going to happen, right? Until they develop them, until they stumble across this training or the information, they take it and apply it, right? that cycle is going to repeat itself over and 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 over again. That's why you see people in the same spot for several years, right? Until they hit that information and everything changes for them, right? Everything changes for them, right? A lot of you on this call may have heard this before, right? But I need you to put this in the front of your brain, right? Actually, you know, when I look at this company, when I look at iMarkets Live, so oftentimes people have to sell a product, and that's it. Luckily, in iMarkets Live, you have a product that, in a sense, can sell itself, some may say, right? You got an educational platform that teaches people how to make money off of the product itself. In this industry, that's not too common. It's becoming increasingly more popular nowadays. You got all these forex companies that are trying to branch off, but usually is you have a certain product and you sell it, right? Whether it's to make people's skin look better, make people lose weight, make people more energized, whatever it may be, right? But here's the key, and this is something to really know. With this company, we have a phenomenal product. So yes, you may be able to offer it and go P6. Yes, you may be able to go P1. But if you want to go chairman, drop chairman season for me in the chat if that's you. If you desire to get $10,000 or more per month, then what you got to understand is people don't join the business. People join you, okay? People not joining the business. People are joining you. Hold on, I had a call come in. Let me put the do not disturb on. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, people don't join the business. They join you, right? So we got to identify. I see we got a chairman seasons coming on, right? Shout out to all the future chairman in the building, right? You got to identify there are three types of people in life. Three types of people in life. You have your alphas, you got your pre-alphas, and you got your betas, right? Make sure you write that down. Alphas, pre-alphas, and you got your betas, right? And so you can look at them like this. Alphas are what? The established leaders, right? Pre-alphas are the up-and-coming leaders. Betas are what? The followers, right? Respectively. And each category offers an exclusive amount of benefits and abilities or lack thereof, depending on the level. So you got to ask yourself, which of the three categories am I, right? Here's a test to see. If you're out in public, or next time you're out in public, right? And you make eye contact, okay? I'm gonna do this for the singles because I'm not really trying to get nobody in trouble, but you make eye contact, right? With an attractive person of the opposite sex, right? Pay attention to how long you keep that eye contact, right? Do you drop your eyes and look to the side first, right? Or do they, right? Now, those who are keeping that firm eye contact before the other person drops, right? Those are usually the alphas, right? Those who get to looking and then they look down thinking, hey, what might this person think of me? Or whatever's going through their mind. Those are usually the betas, right? It may be free alphas, but usually, right? But usually they're the betas, okay? And that's fine, right? Now, when it comes to the group that you're in, okay? When it comes to the group that you're in, you got to know it just has nothing to do with your money. It got nothing to do with your experience. It has nothing to do with your upbringing. It has nothing to do with where you were born at. It has nothing to do with where you were raised at, right? It's determined by your state of mind. Come on. The group that you're in has nothing to do with any of those things I just talked about. Your education, it doesn't matter. How much money you got, it doesn't matter. What you inherited, it doesn't matter. It's determined by your state of mind, right? Which is not bestowed upon you by anybody, right? Rather, your group reflects your personal belief about yourself. Man. Life is 90% mindset, 10% logistics, okay? It's 90% mindset, 10% logistics. So before we even get into it, you can catch it right before I even throw it. You can catch it before I even throw it. Your group is dependent upon what? Your state of mind and your own personal belief about yourself. Because society is going to do one of three things. It's going to agree with you, comply with you, or chastise you for being a poser, right? Depending on whether or not your actions were incongruent with your so-called belief, right? They're going to apply, society's going to apply, agree, comply, or chastise you for being a poser because your actions are not in congruence with the words that are coming out of your mouth. You got to make sure the tongue in your shoes matches the tongue in your mouth, and the things that you're saying, you're actually acting on them, right? Because here's the truth: you can't fake believe. I don't care who you are. You talk to me, you definitely can't fake it. Oh, I believe. Awesome. That's adorable, right? That's adorable. Your actions show me everything. Okay. And you are what you think about. 70% of your conversations in a day, 70% of the conversations you have are going to be with yourself. So what are you talking to yourself about, right? What are you actually believing for? If you're believing for anything at all, right? Anyone who is faking will always get caught by an alpha, okay, who can sense that they're not being truly genuine yet. And the key word in all of this is yet, because right now you may not be a chairman yet, okay? You may not be a six-figure earner yet. You may not have retired your mother yet. You may not have retired yourself yet. You may not be making withdrawals daily yet, right? But when we say fake it till you make it, you gotta faith it until you make it, because that yet is going to come to pass, right? And even if you're on this call, you're saying, I am a beta. If you're on this call, you're saying, I am a pre-alpha, right? You still can make it to an alpha. I need y'all to really understand what I'm saying right now, right? You gotta faith it until you make it. So increasing your value, right, that you're adding to others, right? And taking the initiative to move yourself from one group to another is what personal development is all about, okay? Belief everywhere in the world comes before results, even in the dictionary, right? It comes before results, okay? Belief leads through certain actions and behavior, right? Given dedication, time, and affirmations, those actions and behavior will turn into the type of person that you need to be to generate the income that you're looking for, to generate the results that you're looking for, right? To generate the lifestyle, to generate the freedom that you're looking for, right? So your goal in I Am Mastery Academy is to become what I like to call an alpha networker. Drop alpha networker for me in the chat. Actually, you just drop alpha in the chat if that's what you're going to be intentional about after this call. Your goal is to become an alpha networker, not a pre-alpha, not a beta, because you're not going to have alphas in your business until you become one. Okay. Okay. An example of an alpha networker will be a successful upline leader, right? That's living in a state of mind of abundance, right? Someone who is pursued and followed by others, right? A pre-alpha is what? Someone who is starting to step out of their comfort zone. Someone who's starting to expand. Someone who's starting to not only just show the plan, but go meet their people, throwing home events, right? Train their team, right? Someone who is starting to take personal responsibility, right, for their lead generation in their marketing campaigns of their business. Someone who's starting to step in to their chairman and do the things that are critical to growing their team. Betas are people who have little confidence, typically very little confidence and very little value to offer to others. So they react to life, right? And they react to the things that happen in life. Instead of taking control, instead of grabbing it by the wheel, right? They're reacting to what's happening, right? People who are always complaining and blaming other people when stuff goes wrong. Alphas take full responsibility of everything that happens in their business and everything that happens in their life. Everything, right? People leave, people come, whatever goes on, alphas take responsibility and they're showing love for whatever is going on, because you can tell a lot about a person depending on how they speak about other people, right? Alphas speak a certain way about other people. If I love you on the way in, I'm gonna love you on the way out, because I want you to win even if it's not with me. I want you to win even if it's not here, right? That's the difference between alphas and a lot of other people. You might have people who have somewhat success, right? But if they're bashing people, if they're F you, oh, you wasn't blah, 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 for whatever goes wrong, they're not really an alpha, right? They may be a pre-alpha, but they're not really an alpha, okay? Right? And when I look at alphas, what excites me is the journey it takes for them to become an alpha, okay? Everybody talks all the time, and I'm grateful for it. I'm happy, right? But everybody talks all the time about how quickly it took me to go chairman in 90 days from joining the business, right? But what's more plausible is the fact that Charles Dyson stayed in belief mode for 3 years. Christina right beside him in belief mode for 3 years so they can hit Chairman 10 and P5, right? Chairman 10 and P5, right? So it wasn't given to them immediately. It wasn't given to them in 90 days, right? It wasn't given to them in 180 days. It wasn't given to them in 365 days, right? That's the part that's more plausible when it comes to looking at an alpha, right? It's not just the success they had, it's the things they overcame to get to where they're at, right? So when I'm looking at alpha in general, alphas are people that others want to be. They're sought after, right? They're pursued and they are attractive to others, right? So make sure you got your pen, make sure you got some ink in it, because I'm gonna jot down, I'm gonna tell you all some personality traits that alphas have. And you want to make sure you possess these traits to become an alpha, right? Firstly, they radiate confidence and they are not concerned with outside criticism. They don't care about the negativity that's going on, right? They don't worry about the haters. Somebody leaves their business, they know it's God's plan, right? And if he removes somebody from your business, he's going to replace them with better. If you're an alpha, you know that, regardless of who the person is, right? I don't care if it's a chairman. I don't care if it's a P5. I don't care if it's a P2. I don't care if it's the best trader. I don't care who it is. If God removed them, he's going to replace them with better. And only alphas operate from that place, okay? Only they operate from that place, right? What else do alphas do, right? They know exactly what they want. Exactly what they want. And that's what they focus on, right? They are results-driven and outcome-oriented, right? Make sure you write that down. They are results-driven and outcome-oriented. They're not focused on the actions. They don't care about what has to be done as long as it's compliant and ethical. What do I mean by that? I don't care if I have no money, I got to get on a bus to drive to New York to go to an event, right? Because I know it's going to bring me the results. I didn't care having to spend 20-hour days jogging to what was that place called? To U Point in Kennesaw, Georgia, right? If I had to sleep in the shower for an hour, right? To break in, if I had to reset the stuff, what is it? The server on the Mac so I can have controls to put in Google Voice, because you can't put in applications on school computers, right? The actions that I needed to take to get the results, because alphas are what? They're outcome oriented and results driven, right? So whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it. If I got to skip this bill, right, to invest into myself, I'm going to do that 1,000 times out of 10, period. Like I don't even think the other way, right? If it's pay my bills, I'm telling you, this is me right now. I'm letting you all know this is how I think. If it's pay my bills or do this, they can change my life. Buy this book, right? Be at this event, right? Invest into this. I'm doing that 100. I don't even think the opposite, right? And that's always what I've done. That's why I've gotten where I've gotten, right? Alphas also, they have a frame of state of mind that is so strong, people are automatically sucked into their reality, okay? Everything they do reflects the rules of what's possible in their reality, right? And they usually have rules to follow, right? What do I mean by rules? Me, I'm falling asleep to personal development, right? So you can't be with me talking about something, I can't sleep like that. Awesome, right? If we're out if we're out somewhere and it's a few of us staying together, you're gonna hear that. What's another rule? I don't do complaining at all. I don't do complaining at all. I'm not going to hear it. I'm not going to entertain it. That's not going to be happening around me. If you want to take that over there, awesome. But when it comes to my reality and my world, that's not happening, right? What else do? They treat themselves with integrity, okay? And they do not allow disrespect, right? They do not allow disrespect. If disrespected, they will punch you. And what do I mean by that, right? What does the punch mean in this analogy? They're going to ignore you or remove you from their life, right? Alphas are quick to do that. They have zero tolerance for disrespect, right? Zero tolerance, right? Ignore you, remove you from their life, right? You got to have integrity and give your all 100% of the time if you're an alpha. Have the impression to increase 100% of the time, every phone call, every three-way, every opportunity call, every training. You got to give your all 100% of the time. You got to be willing to invest in the people, right? Alphas, they add a tremendous amount of value. A tremendous amount of value. That's why I'm always reading. That's why for 4 or 5 hours, I was listening to and reading The Magic of Believing. Listening and reading The Magic of Believing over and over and over and over again, right? People who run the play are the ones who develop to an alpha and win. What was the play for this month? Audio and book of the month. If you're going through just listening to the audios, you're not ready to win yet. Be honest, you're not ready. You're not quite there, right? You're not right. You're not quite there, right? If you're just going to listening to the audios, right? Excuses only sound good to the person that's making them. I'm just being honest, right? Magic of Believing at lowest is $3 on some sites, right? Science of Getting Rich was like $6, $7, right? What was the other one? Conceive, Believe, and Achieve. Right? I don't know, $15, $20, right? Listening to the audio, that's most convenient, right? Doing what's most convenient won't get you paid, won't make you a millionaire, won't make you go chairman, right? Simple. You know what's convenient a lot of times? Not getting on calls. You know what's convenient a lot of times? Not getting on training, right? That's what's convenient, but that's not what's going to take this to 750. That's not what's going to take this to 25,000 people, right? So you got to get that impression to increase every single time. Right? Every single time. Alphas truly love themselves. You cannot love other people until you truly love yourself, right? Until you have that confidence, until you appreciate yourself, until you're grateful for who you are. I'm grateful for who I am. Absolutely grateful. I thank God every day for everything that's happened, right? Everything that's going to happen, right? I think I'm in advance for the blessings that are coming because I know they're on the way, right? I'm truly in love with myself. And since I love myself, I take care of myself. You got to take care of your body. Take care of your mental, right? This is big. Take care of your physical, right? Health is wealth. Be conscious of who you're around. If you love yourself, you're not going to be around a bunch of losers. That's not going to get you to where you want to be. I'm got to be honest with y'all today. If you love yourself, you're not going to be around people continuously who are speaking down, right? Because I love myself, I'm conscious of who's talking into me. I'm conscious of what I'm hearing. I'm conscious of the energies that I'm around. This has nothing to do with money. This has nothing to do with wealth circles. But because I love myself, I am conscious of who I distribute my energy to, right? Of who I spend my time with, of who I talk to on the phone, right? Alphas love to protect those who matter to them, no matter what. Blood makes you related, right? But loyalty makes you family, right? Loyalty makes you family. I love and sacrifice over and over and always will for my organization, right? For my team. I want everybody to win genuinely in life. And I know as a leader, you can only impact those who you're close to, right? So if you're not close to them, you can't impact them. So get close to them. Pick up the phone. Hey, I just wanted to hear your voice. Hey, I just wanted to see your face, right? Check in with them, right? This is not hard stuff to do, right? That phone work works, right? You can impact those who you're not close to, right? What's another thing about alphas? Outside of, actually, I'm gonna go back to that last fact. They're always pouring into their people as well. And you gotta know, as an alpha, all time invested may not pay the dividends that you want, but they will pay the dividends in due time. I've spent hours with people, right? Money with endless people, right? Ended up leaving the business. I've flown places. I've done events. I've done this. I've done that, right? Because they left the business doesn't mean I'm not going to still keep doing it. Because in turn, it's going to all pay off, because that habit is what? Beneficial to the organization. That habit is what? Going to be the impression and increase that the right person needs to hear to go chairman, to become a better trader than I ever was, right? To become a better presenter than I was, right? To build a large team. That's the information, right? But I got to keep doing it over and over and over again. Alphas are what? They radiate positivity and they're optimistic. One of my favorite affirmations I say every day is, I'm so happy and grateful now that I radiate positivity and my heart is filled with nothing but love. I say that every single day. I look myself in the eye, say that. I write that down in the morning as well. I'm so happy and grateful now that I radiate positivity and my heart is filled with nothing but love. They're not negative Nancy's. They're not doubtful. They're not pessimistic at all, right? At all, right? Alphas also do what? They take care of themselves. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, would you join you, right? Some people say looks are everything. You can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. It was certain times in this business that I had to do what? I had to get more professional, right? I remember I was talking to Justin. This was years ago. He said, Joe, right? You got a good shoe game, right? Let's get some tailored. Here's my tailor's number, right? It was certain things I had to do, right? And you got to think the same way. You got to think the exact same way. You can't just sit and be like, all right, I'm going to be the same person. No, getting to that $1 million earner, getting to that 6-figure earner, getting to that 7-figure earner, right? What's going to be more important is the process to get there, right? Drop value for me in the chat if you're catching value on this. It's water in right now, right? Make sure y'all can still. Awesome. Like I said, if you're not at the next event, you're not in the business. This is one that you cannot, these calls, you can't afford to miss, right? You can't afford to miss. What else do alphas do? They lead from the front and they lead by example, okay? They lead from the front and they lead by example. You got to make sure that you're doing that in all instances with your team, right? Are you telling them to be on calls and then never getting on? Are you telling them to complete the DMO and they're not doing it, right? Look, I promise you, these simple things will completely change your life, completely change your business, right? You want to be a chairman 10, walk, talk, act, dress, think like a chairman 10 today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week, right? Don't delay it. Become a chairman today, because chairmen are willing to do what others are not. They observe what the masses are doing, then they do the opposite, right? It baffles me. People say, Paris, I want to be a 7-figure earner, right? They don't have the bank account they want, but they're still partying. They're still binge watching Netflix. They're still on the phone all hours of the night, right? It makes no sense to me. When I didn't have it, I was working 20 hours a day. I need y'all to understand how long 20 hours is. I want y'all to understand that's to wake up at 4 in the morning and not go to sleep until midnight. Blink and do it all over again. I did that over and over and over and over again. And during that time, I was doing what? I was growing as a leader. I was growing as a person, right? My personal development game was on 1,000, right? 1,000, right? The upline leader who was winning and attracting the masses, that's an alpha, right? More than likely, the pastor at your church with the influence, that's an alpha, right? People have people contacting them over and over again. Those are the alphas, right? I want to tell you all something about my inbox the last 2 days. A day or so ago, I had a young lady. She said, Paris, I'm ready to join. I go look at our message history. We've never had a conversation, ever. We've never had a conversation, right? How did that come? From years of consistency. I wake up the day, actually the day before that, I get a text message. Hey, I need some info on Forex, right? I respond back, whose number is this? Because if you got mine, we got to know each other somehow. Tell me who it was. Awesome. Got started. What else? Today I woke up. Somebody said, hey, are you in iMarkets Live? I said, yeah, I'm in IMX Mastery Academy, formerly known as iMarkets Live. Are you looking to get ready in Forex? He said, yes, me, and I got several people who want to join with me. I saw it on your page, realized you did it, so I wanted to reach out to you. This comes from years of being consistent, right? Showing up, posting the story when I didn't feel like it, right? Doing what I need to do when I didn't feel like it. Still posting, even if the post before, excuse me, did not get the results that I wanted it to get, right? You all got to understand, right? The alphas, they do what? They get the life that they want. They get the house. They get the girl. They get the boy that they want, right? They get the lifestyle. They get the freedom, right? They have people flocking and pursuing them over and over and over again. So when you're an alpha networker, you offer value and prospects automatically want to have a conversation with you. Automatically. When you're an alpha networker, okay, you add value and prospects, they seek you. They seek you, right? An alpha network does not chase people. They attract them, okay? So yes, the fortune is in the follow-up, but when you become an alpha marketer, an alpha networker, people are going to be seeking you, right? You're not going to have to keep following up. People are going to hit you, say, yo, I want to join. I want to partner with you. The products, they may take you so far. They may even take you, I don't know, P2, I don't know, whatever. They're going to take you a decent amount of places because it's a good product. But if you want to dominate this thing residually, you got to become an alpha, right? You want to be a chairman, you got to become an alpha. You got to identify where you are and then focus on growing to hitting that next level. As an alpha, we're not going back and forth. I'm not convincing anybody, right? I'm not showing my bank statements, right? I'm not showing my FX book. I'm not doing it. Because listen, I know that we have the goal, okay? I know that we have a goal. So one last thing to know as an alpha is everything that you want, right? Naturally and automatically flows to you. Your past struggles, right? Your past roadblocks, they all fade away. They all fade away when you're an alpha. So some may say, Paris, how do I become an alpha? Number one, you find an alpha, right? And emulate them immediately. You find an alpha and start emulating them immediately. We got hundreds of chairmen. We got several chairmen inside this family, right? If I want to call, okay, this is me, and it's the 2015 me. I'm on a call with, let's just say, Justin Owens, right? And I have connection to Justin, whether it's, we don't even got to be Facebook friends. If I have a way where I can send him a message, if I'm on a call with him and he does this training, right? And I know I have no type of success. I have no type of results. I'm not chairman. I'm not at the place that I want to be, right? I'm contacting him, right? I'm contacting him and asking questions on what I need to do to emulate or what can I do better, right? That's what I'm doing, okay? If I'm that person, right? And if you want to become an alpha, you got to get in the emulation phase, right? What is Charles Willen I'm not doing? What is Justin Owens, Riyadh, Sydney? What are these leaders doing that I'm not doing, right? Oh, they post like this? Oh, I'm gonna share the exact same thing. Oh, I'm gonna do a quote like that too. Oh, I'm gonna do a picture like that too. It's very simple. It's so simple. Success leaves clues. It's so simple. You look at David Monite, who does he sound just like? Holt and Bugs. I'm talking just like, right? So lastly, here are some qualities, okay, as an alpha that you're going to possess, right? They never come from a state of mind of need, okay? They never, I need to sponsor people. I need to hit that next rate. I need to do, no. I need to get to 1,000 a month trading. No, they don't come from a place of need. Because whenever you do that, you give the object that you're talking about power. Because that's a place of lack and limitation, right? That's a place of scarcity, right? That's an abundance or prosperity mindset. So as an alpha, they're never in need, ever. ever, ever. They got what we call an abundance mentality, right? Whenever you go chairman, okay, you're gonna have a team. Some of them may be alphas, some of them may not be, right? During this time, as certain betas fail, even some pre-alphas fail, they're always quick to point and put the blame on somebody else. As an alpha, I need y'all to really hear me, okay? As an alpha, you never let any of these opinions or comments affect you, ever, okay? Because as an alpha, you make the terms. Simple, right? I've had times where it's been conversations had, right? People have called other members and this, that, and the fourth. I don't really stress or even talk about any of that because it doesn't matter. I make the terms. Simple. I live in abundance. Simple. I live in prosperity. Simple, right? Alphas aren't really phased. They put no energy, right? No energy into the opinions, conversations, negative vibrations, right, of other people, ever, okay, ever. And this doesn't mean you be disrespectful, because you don't be. It just simply means that you make the terms, right? Meaning what? You have the posture, right? As the alpha, you do what? You give the instruction, you give the play. And you stand firm on that play. You're not giving a play, you're not saying something, you're not instructing and then ending with right? Or isn't it? Or something like that. No, you stand firm on everything that it is that you're saying. Simple. When you're the alpha, an alpha can sit in a room with anybody and have a conversation, right? You can be a chairman 10, that's an alpha, right? And still have excellent conversation around the David Monique, Alex Morris of the world. I tell my chairman all the time, you're going to be ready, right? You're going to step into your chairman to the point where you can go after any chairman in this business. Chris Terry himself, right? That's the posture you got to have as an alpha, okay? The alpha, they do what? They set the they protect the family. So they got to be firm. They got to be strong. Not only physically, but what? They got to be strong mentally, right? As an alpha, you got to be so strong. You got to be so confident, right? You got to be powerful socially, right? You got to have a very high self-esteem, but more importantly, alphas are relaxed, right? They hold firm eye contact. They have this relaxed intensity about them, right? They have this relaxed intensity about them to where whatever it is that they say that they want, they know they've got it, no matter what, right? No matter what, they know they got it. They're not really flustered. Oh, I want to create 10 chairmen, or I want to create 1,000 platinum 150s. The company, I want to create 1,000 chairmen. Awesome, they're relaxed, right? They're not in need of the 1,000 chairmen to become $1 billion company. No, that's going to happen. Okay. They're very protective. Remember this, they're very protective of their most valuable resource, which is time. And they allocate that time to those who deserve it, not those who want it, not those who say they need it, not those who ask for it, but those who want it. Yes, we love everybody, right? But our attention and our time goes to those who deserve it. When a student is ready, the teacher will appear. If you're on this call and you feel like my mentors are giving me the time, you got to become a better student. Bob Proctor tells me in his coaching program, parents, listen to every single thing that I say or don't learn from me. Because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste hours, right? Alphas, we're the same way. We're giving our time to what? People who deserve it, right? But all in all, the most important thing to remember is the more valuable you become to others, the more they will seek you. You want to be an alpha. You want to be a person of high attraction. The more valuable you become to others, the more they will seek you. Ask yourself now, how can I personally bring more value to my team? How can I personally bring more value to my family? Not go live, not harmonic scanner, not swipe coin, not this, not that, not sharing mentorship call. How can I bring more value to my team? How can I bring more value to my organization? I promise you do that, you'll have a lot of success. Listen, everything I went over today will show you how to become an alpha in this industry. This isn't just for the males, this is just for the women as well, right? This is for everybody, right? How can you become the strongest, both physically and mentally, in your business, in your organization, to have people attract to you, to have people follow you, right? What I said at the beginning is a state of mind, and the group that you're in is solely on your belief in yourself, right? So I definitely hope you all caught value tonight. I'm excited for all the alphas that are going to be emerging inside this Retirement 365 movement. And I also have a special announcement. I know within the last probably month or so, we talked about the Vibrate Higher conference, and that conference will still be taking place. However, we will, right before that conference, be having a mastermind in Miami, Florida, and this mastermind will be open. So it'll be a 2-day jam-packed event for anybody who wants to win big in 2021. So what did I do to become an alpha? I made sure I sacrificed to get where the information is. Once this information is dropped for the family, you want to be one of the first people to book your tickets, right? If you want to win, you want to be one of the first people to book your tickets. I got an opportunity in 2016 to get around some 8-figure earners, right? I did everything I could to be there. When I got the invitation, I was making $800 a month, right? The next month I made 3,000. The next month when the actual event was, I made 30,000, right? The next 2 months I cleared about 60 to 70,000. Life was never the same since 2016. It was because of the things that I did, the sacrifices that I made, the effort that I put in that allowed me to go on and change my life. So if you're excited, if you're ready to win big in 2021, go into Discord and drop Miami for me. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up, guys. I'm super excited for everybody on this call. I'm grateful for all of you all on this call. These calls are so you can win. I come from a place of love in everything that I say and everything that I do, but I want you all to win big. I remember a time when my life wasn't how it is now. I remember a time when I was just wishing, when I was dreaming, when I was praying for more, not only just income, but more blessings, more abundance in so many areas of my life, right? And God took me from dreaming about it to walking in it. And I can't wait to see that all for you as well. So if you're on this call, if you're a beta, if you're a pre-alpha, you can be an alpha, okay? You can be an alpha. You got to believe it. You got to step in it. You got to own it. And you got to do the things that we talked about today. You got to possess those qualities. You got to work harder on yourself than you do anything else. And I promise you, it's going to pay massive rewards. So Paris Simmons checking out. I will see you on top of the moon, because the sky is never the limit. Make sure that you are on the call tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to be an alpha, what do you got to do? Put it in the work, right? 2, 3 people on the webinar. If you want to go hard, 5, 10 plus on the webinar. You got to put in the work, because people aren't going to join the business if they're not seeing it. That's just the truth, right? So step into your chairman, step into your alpha. I love you all. We'll definitely make sure we have this recording posted, and I will see you all tonight at 8 p.m. in an hour on the opportunity call. Y'all be blessed.